Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
It's the After the Show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Yeah, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Very nice. We've got all kinds of frivolity happening around here. This is kind of party week. Each department in our radio station is going to have their own little in-house party this week, even though we had a party last week for the whole place.
They're all hosting shindigs, and some of them are providing alcoholic beverages, like the one hosted yesterday by Promotions. That was awesome.
Oh, today Ralston's getting fucked up.
Yeah, I am. No doubt about it. Can't wait.
They gave people
They're
booze.
carry me out of here.
They gave them booze, and then they said, okay, make a gingerbread house. And some of them are crooked. I wonder why.
Well, then there was this awkward moment yesterday because Denny's doesn't drink that much. And Randy gave me a shot, or boss Randy. She's like, here, take a shot. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll try some. And then she tries to go into Denny's. And Denny goes, well, I don't want to do a shot. So, oh, come on, Denny's, have a shot. No, I really don't want. Oh, come on, Denny. And it turned into this weird tug of war kind of a fight about doing this shot. It was pretty awesome to watch. I just did his for him.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a friend.
He's not a big drinker. He used to drink a bit, quite a bit. He doesn't at all, really, unless there's a
special occasion.
An event, he'll do it.
He will drink for special occasions.
Okay, and that's it, huh?
He's smart.
He had some for the German thing we did, the German Krampus. Mm-hmm. We had some beers together.
Okay. But unless it's something like that, he's not going to be knocking the booze down.
He just doesn't, he won't go out and have drinks. He just won't. He's more of a, he's a green dude.
He's a green dude, okay.
Community greening, bruh.
Yeah, all got our own things. Good for him. I got some emails going to get to coming up here in just a bit. One is from Julie. Want to know how your family did with all those terrible storms, the tornadoes that did touch down in many different states. And Julie, she said her parents lost their house, but my brother and his family and all the animals survived, so they're now safe, taking it minute by minute and day by day. But just wishing the best. Hopefully Virginia has good news with her family as well.
Yeah, luckily my family was not in the area of Bowling Green, Kentucky that got hit. I mean, people lost their lives.
I know,
they
a
lost
lot
their
of people
homes. My family was just lucky. They're on the other side of town. Grandma, who's in the senior center rehabilitation hospital right now, that place was safe. They lost power, but luckily there was no loss of homes or property or life, and everybody that we know is safe.
I couldn't believe how many people passed away. It was quite a bit, I thought.
Yeah, they're still trying to find people.
They're at 88 people with more than 100 still missing.
Damn.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot. Well, there was like 60 different tornadoes that touched down in this one
how insane,
span. Right? Kentucky said it was the worst tornado event in the state's history.
And did it hit?
At night.
Yeah, that's
in the middle of the damn night.
And I think a teacher once told me this to make me feel better. And this is where you always wonder, are lies good for kids or not? He told me, you cannot have a tornado ever happen at night. Don't worry about tornadoes at nighttime. They won't happen. Because my sister was really worried about tornadoes. And it kind of freaks you out as a little kid seeing those images. And I believed that for a long time. And I would defend it. People go, what the fuck are you talking about, Bird? Tornadoes can absolutely happen at nighttime.
Yeah.
It's the most horrific thing ever.
Yeah, they're not supposed to happen this time of year. They're supposed to happen like in the spring. So it's just like, whoa. Everybody's all twisted, literally, because of this.
But I think that teacher was doing that to try to make people feel better. Is that the right move?
I kind of like that, though. The teacher was trying to...
But he made me a dumb fuck.
But he knew that you were too nervous and you couldn't handle the truth. And he was trying to help you out.
Yeah, I hear you. I rather would have known the truth then, though, and not defend it so blindly like I did. Guys, I'm telling you, Mr. Hodgkin told me you can't fucking get a tornado then.
It's kind of a toss-up because how would he feel if you were an adult and you lived in one of those places and you were laying in bed, you still believe that, and you're like, oh, I hear the sirens. Don't worry. Like, there's no tornado. They can't hit at night.
Well, think about it. I was told that as a kid. We didn't have internet back then. You grow up, we don't have that many tornadoes, so you're not going to confront that situation that often. I didn't find that shit out till I was an adult.
As you're being sucked out your window by the tornado in the middle of the night, curse Mr. Haskins.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's just crazy what's happening with the weather. More severe every place. It's got different stuff that's going on. There was one story, and they're refuting it, but I think it was the candle factory in Mayfield, Kentucky. There were some initial reports that people wanted to leave, and they said that you weren't allowed to leave.
I did hear that, and then I heard contradictory statements, and then I heard other statements because I looked kind of deep into that because that was intriguing to me. There are some people that did leave the candle factory. There were workers that left, and they said, "F this, I'm out, peace, bitches," and they left.
Well, I assume that the company is now saying that. I don't know if it's legit or not, but the liability, if you told people to not leave and stay inside a candle factory that gets mowed down by a tornado and people die as a result, that's bad on you.
Yeah, I think if people fear for their lives and they have to leave work to stay safe, you can't you can't lock people in the candle factory. But just for the simple fact that some people are going on record now and saying, I was there, I left, lends itself to maybe some people were able to leave. Maybe different management was handling it different in this giant building. Who knows? One supervisor might have been like, you can leave, you can't leave. You know, you don't know.
Well, I remember, and they would never admit this, but when we worked at an old station, they made people stay during the hurricane. And if they said they didn't, they're lying. 'Cause I remember people wanted to leave, and they would basically say, well, if you leave, that's not going to look good on you. And then a tornado ripped that fucking building.
You're right.
Well, because they would say, well, if you don't feel comfortable, you can leave. And then all the people didn't feel comfortable left, and they still needed the jobs to be done, so they told people they couldn't leave, and people were pissed.
And then the tornado hit the sales department side of the building.
It ripped it apart.
It ripped the roof.
Right. Yeah.
That was kind of weird. Tornadoes don't like edicts.
Yeah.
If you tell people they have to stay, tornadoes like, all right, I'm going to show you real quick how this works.
And that building was not equipped to handle a tornado.
No.
No, it just peeled the roof back.
It
It was
really
a tin
did.
can and a lid. It was pretty crazy. So, so thankfully everybody is okay. But, our best goes out to the people in that area. They've got a lot of rebuilding to do. It just, it's completely, there's absolute 100% devastation. Like, there was nothing standing.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. What a grinder that is, huh?
And this is where, this was people's communities and town. The whole entire towns were almost wiped out, annihilated, reduced to like matchsticks.
Yeah.
It's crazy to look at.
No, it really was. Hard to fathom. Got an email here from Christine. Got to find joy in any way you can. She said, so I was out riding my bicycle this past weekend, and Adele came on. So I channeled my inner Kevin, and I sang out loud at the top of my lungs.
Good for you.
It was terrible. Neighbors must have thought a cat was being killed. But,
It was terrible.
but, there you go.
I'm so glad she didn't write a brag email. It was really great. It was freeing. Animals came up and perched and listened.
Yeah, not pretty terrible. But
And Kevin is the best Adele singer that we've got.
You can sing the best high.
higher.
Not as in high, like you get weak.
Denny's is, you're right.
Denny's is the best singer high.
But if you do come to Sasquatch North or South, we will make sure to see if you sing high.
Okay. Just something they do there, huh?
Yeah.
You're going to get a contact buzz, like it or not.
Well, I think if you come over, you're forced to party.
Here, take a shot. I don't want a shot.
Something.
Do a shot. Come on, do a shot.
Guess I'm taking an Uber home.
Do a shot, pussy.
Did you see there was a little bit of an uproar because Time Magazine named Elon Musk as their Person of the Year, saying that he's the richest example of a massive shift in our society.
From what? He's a white male.
I don't know.
Are they revealing that he's actually an alien?
I don't know. That's just the quote that came along with Time Magazine's explanation as why he is their person of the year.
And Time has never, ever done things to make people get pissed off and get controversial around the public. This is what they do, y'all.
They're probably trying to sell more magazines.
Go on the internet. You'll find all these jokers screaming and fighting, getting all pissed off and typing in caps about
You suck, Time.
about stuff that doesn't really matter to them.
A poll shows that only 29% of Americans agree with Time's choice. I don't know if I necessarily see the problem with it. Can somebody tell me what the problem is? I mean, I think he is making a big impact with everything he's doing. And you look back on it, I'm sure that he and Jeff Bezos and the things that they are doing, you may not love what they're doing, but they are definitely changing the world and our lifestyle based on things that they're coming up with.
Read social media. And they'll tell you all the grievances of why they hate this choice. Yeah.
Really? Okay. I've not read that yet. I wasn't privy to that. Not a big fan of Elon Musk.
I mean, you do push the alien agenda.
Who, me?
Kevin.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
I push the agenda. Kevin really is. We think Kevin's a robot, not an alien.
We think he's Elon's cousin.
No, Kevin's all robot.
Hey, if it meant that money.
If anyone's an alien, it's me. Kevin's robot. We're going to...
Okay.
It's the robots versus the aliens.
Oh,
or they join forces.
Could be.
There's two
Y'all
ways of
better
looking at
watch
this
out.
thing.
People magazine, they named 4 different people, including Dolly Parton, but she got on the cover, and so people like that. And she's cute. I mean, it's all good.
They like her because she's sweet, she's nice, and she's not controversial. But that's only some types of people that like her too.
Yeah. So, I guess Time is like, hey, this isn't our popularity contest. This is just somebody who was big in this year, who's impacting the world.
It's literally a popularity contest.
It's what's going to get people talking. It's what's going to... That's their only goal. They don't... Do you think they really give a flying fuck who is the best person or who's the most influential? Hell no. They're looking for something to get clicks.
Mm-hmm. Do you happen to know who was the Time Man of the Year and who's on the cover in 1938?
1938.
38, yeah. So they hate Elon Musk being on the Time cover, but what about 1938? What was going on in the world in 1938?
Baseball was big. That was a big thing.
Great Depression.
Army.
Okay. Army.
Military type stuff.
Oh, yeah. Why?
The war.
The Great Depression happened. Well, no, the Great Depression happened in
World
29.
War something?
World War I.
Was it Hitler?
Hitler.
It was
Damn!
Hitler
That
was
bitch was on the
yeah.
cover?
Yeah.
That
1938.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Before everybody knew what he was really about.
Was he controversial and terrible at that point?
I don't think to that level. I think at that point, obviously not being alive then, I think mainly what was going on was Hitler was striking up pride, German pride, because they felt like they had been punked out the Treaty of Versailles after World War I. And so they were like, y'all did us wrong. And he's like, come on, Germany. We shouldn't take this shit.
Yeah, World War II is what, 1941?
I think he invaded Poland in around 39.
39.
Yeah, and then that's when you're going, hey, this guy we put on the cover, he might be kind of an asshole. I don't know.
There was a lot that went on in about 10 years, man.
Yeah.
lot.
It was busy.
Busy 10 years.
Busy time for him in
Assholes
there.
were busy.
Yeah, they
Assholes
were.
were busy.
Yeah, they were.
But think about this. From 1900 to 1940, look at so much shit that happened.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine
Just with
having lived through
technology
that
and
era?
development and...
Yeah. There was a lot of stuff. Putting men on the moon. Every week you had to be like, what the heck's going on in the world now?
Riding on a horse and you had nothing to wash your ass with. And then all of a sudden, airplanes and bathrooms. Holy shit, air condition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff gets invented all the time. Because look in the last 10 years, lots of stuff.
That was good. Yeah.
Give me 5 things that have been invented. 3. Give me 3 great things that have been invented the last 10 years.
TikTok.
I knew it. No, it does not fucking
You
count.
take it.
It's Vine on steroids.
Take
It's already
it.
been done.
Take it, bitch.
Just like Facebook. Everyone was so, I've never seen Facebook before. Motherfuckers, yeah, it was called MySpace. TikTok's Vine. Just with better.
Why are you so angry?
I'm not. It's called passion. That's what people do. They try to shut down your argument by calling you angry. I'm not angry.
No.
I'm fucking passionate,
Yeah,
baby.
there you go.
Fucking in a great mood.
Yeah. There you go.
Go swing your dick over there.
It ain't that big. It doesn't swing. It kind of more just kind of bang.
It dribbles.
Flutters.
It just chills.
It chills. It stops swinging.
Some people are going to be checking out the new Gabby Potito documentary. That didn't take long.
Oh, that looks terrible. It's like the point of view from her family.
So you know what's happening too? People on YouTube who are not a part of anything. They're just everyday,
commenting.
Yeah, just everyday people. They're making their own documentaries already. There was a 45-minute documentary about all this 3 weeks ago. And it's people making their own shit now.
Yeah, well, what's kind of interesting, I'm watching Dexter New Blood right now on Showtime. It's very good, by the way. I'm about 5-6 episodes in, whatever they got, I'm caught up with it. And in that, they've got a true crime podcaster that is in the mix. And she talks about she's got a very large audience. And so all of her audience helps her do research and find all this stuff. So in a sense, she's got the power of all these podcast listeners. And so she'll investigate these stories, but then they'll be like, oh, did you find this? And that is really kind of smart because you got all that manpower.
You do.
She says, oh, I got 800,000 people that, download my podcast.
It's good.
They're finding stuff.
It's like it's good and bad.
But it could be a good wild goose chase. They could, do terrible jobs.
And also, too, when you get so many people involved in something, everyone's going to always think their thing is right.
Yeah.
And then you have so much feedback. And sometimes too much feedback is not a good thing.
And a lot of these documentaries, too, that you watch, they interview people that have nothing to do with the case. They have no close connection. They have no inside information. They're just people that watched it like we did now have opinions.
Or they have a blog. And they
have a blog.
Yeah, okay, so this is the sister of the victim. No, this is Tommy Tits, and he's from Philadelphia, and he's 23, and he's been blogging about this for 6 months.
And he's known for his man boobs.
Tommy Tits.
Yeah, he is.
I mean,
what he's blogging about.
He's got some sweet-ass jugs.
Tommy Tits is the first name I could think
But
of.
I don't want to hear Tommy Tits
I don't
talk
either.
about Gabby Potito because he never knew Gabby.
No, Tommy-
he didn't know anything. He just watched it.
Tommy Tits is just blogging, and I get it. Tommy Tits got it, but just go blog.
But why is he on the documentary?
Agreed.
These documentaries are just a bunch of BS now.
The documentary they're coming out with is going to be on Peacock on Friday. It's called The Murder of Gabby Potito, Truth, Lies, and Social Media. You want to watch it.
I'm noticing that what you're talking about, I'm noticing major publications doing this to support whatever they're writing. And Twitter was so pissed off about this. And then it's a major publication and you see the tweet that they're putting on there to support their argument. And it's just somebody on Twitter with 11 likes on it with 6 followers. Now, I'm not demeaning anybody who's got that little followers.
But 11 likes is not a windfall of people.
But you're supporting this big grand opinion as if all of Twitter's agreeing with you, and it's someone with 11 fucking followers?
It's not cool that they do that. They make 11 likes seem like, oh, this is so important, and it's the way everybody feels.
It's a way of cherry picking your argument, in my opinion.
And twisting the narrative to fit whatever your agenda is.
Mm-hmm.
It just reminded me of your point about the documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
The Golden Globes finally have gotten back together. They kind of got canceled there for a little while because they had a lack of diversity. So,
wait, what happened?
The Golden Globes had to take a year off to
Globes
fix their...
so white?
Yeah, white globes weren't so golden. Yeah, so now they're back, and they've announced their nominees for Film and TV Awards yesterday. Succession is leading the TV side with 5 nominations.
Are you caught up on this season?
I am, yes.
I really like this season. This
Yeah.
last episode was awesome. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Yeah, I think I'm all caught up with everything.
Best episode of the season, I think.
Bold statement.
I thought it was really good. Well, a lot of shit happens in this one.
Yeah.
The needle moves. The storyline progresses in this last episode.
It's entertaining. Yeah, it's an entertaining show. So that is doing very well. That is on HBO. You have got The Morning Show, which is on Apple TV, and Ted Lasso on Apple TV with 4 nods each.
You still stick by Morning Show and Ted Lasso?
I'm enjoying both. Ted Lasso, I really stand behind. I think Ted Lasso is a very good show. It's got really good characters. It's just one of those, it's just nice. You just walk away and be like, I feel good.
Yeah, that's how I always felt about The Office.
And I think that's kind of what they're going for. They just want that kind of show where you walk away and it was amusing and the people are you just feel good about
comedy.
life.
You got good characters and there's heart in there.
Yeah.
Is that the best way to describe it?
I would say so, yeah. And The Morning Show's still intriguing to me. I still enjoy that because it really does just follow the whole Matt Lauer saga.
Oh, yeah.
Which
juicy.
is rather fascinating. And I just wonder, like, on the day-to-day, what does Matt Lauer do? In fact, we should probably see him around town. He's usually around here this time of year.
Yeah, what's he doing now?
He's counting his money. He's got so much money.
He lays low. He's still got a ton of money, and I think he just lays low. Probably works on side projects with people who actually do work with him. Nothing
Is he
big.
still trying to hit it and quit it with a bunch of bitches, or is he calmed down?
He's probably calmed down, and I think what he's from what I heard, he was trying to get back into the media
broadcasting
somehow, maybe through the internet. He's never going to work with a corporation again. That's never going to happen unless someone's trying to make some kind of a splash. But yeah, there are some internet people that would.
And there's off the range stuff. You can, I mean, now with the way they do video and podcasts and all that stuff, Matt Lauer was always good at his job. You know, I don't think that was ever an issue with his performance. It was just the stuff he's doing behind the scenes. So, yeah, would people listen? If he came up with a really gripping, good podcast, or he told good stories or whatever it is he did, you know, could he actually become something again in a different realm?
He would have to go out and take a lot of shit publicly. I don't know if he's built for that. He would have to go into the fire and realize that at any given point, people listening to him hate his guts.
Yeah. You have to come in there and you got to just kind of own that. That's just the way it is. Can't run
from
it.
That's what Louis C.K. did. Again, never going to work with a corporation, but he went out there and started doing stand-up. Love him or hate him.
Right.
He's out there doing it.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
Yeah, people that kind of lose their mainstream mass appeal still can find that niche crowd that is a lot more forgiving anymore and still make money. And still
other
have an
perverts.
Yeah.
Well, the internet has made it to where you can still
have a group of perverts and support each other.
Yeah.
Perverts will buy your merch.
Still works.
The pervert merch line is...
merch is hot this holiday. Perch. It's hot this holiday.
Mm-hmm. Let me see a couple other emails here. Somebody showing off a text thread where somebody said, probably getting together in the Port St. Lucie, the PSL, and somebody texts back, party in the pizzle, and they responded, what? Pizzle is a dog treat made of pig or steer penis. Pizzle is a Middle English word for penis, derived from Low German pezzel or Flemish Dutch pezzel. Diminutive of peas, meaning sinew. Ew. So there are some people that just don't like the term pizzle.
Well,
for Port St. Lucie.
They're just going to have to deal with it because it ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
I fucking love you, pizzle.
It's more catchy than it is annoying.
The pizzle is so fun, and not everyone knows the name the pizzle. I thought everyone knew Port St. Lucie was known as the pizzle. They don't.
No, they don't. Yeah, it's amazing. And then when you say it, they're like, what? The what?
I love that.
What is the
nickname.
pizzle?
I do. If Port St. Lucie was closer to the station, I would have moved to Port St. Lucie. I love that area.
You do?
I
Okay.
really do. I like the people up there, too.
Okay. That's what you love about it?
They seem to be very loyal to our show up there.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody texted in. They said, good job, Golden Globes. More diversity, and the top 3 shows are still mainly all white. That's true. I kind of thought that when I was reading
Isn't the
that.
top show like a show about a white, powerful
Succession
family?
is about a white power family. Ted Lasso is in England. Now they do have some diverse characters on there. And the morning show will do that a bit as well. So
Yeah, but Succession is about
is
this
without
powerful,
a doubt, yeah.
rich.
That's pretty much top to bottom all white. So, yeah, good call. Got some other emails here. One about bullying boss. It says, my manager is making my life miserable. I'm the supervisor of my department, and we seem to be butting heads more often lately, and I'm not sure why. I had a speech for my coworkers, and I bought them all breakfast as a token of appreciation for their hard work, and also because my dad passed recently, and I've been going through some health issues, so I've been absent a lot at work. And they stepped up to cover the slack, so I'm grateful to them. Well, my manager didn't like that I neglected to consult her about this act of kindness. She said it made her look stupid because she had no idea about it. What? How? It was brought to the COO of my company and blown way out of proportion, and I was told communication needs to happen. Whatever, I let it go. Well, this past weekend, I put up a potluck sign near the time clock. It was a discussion everybody was having all last week, and we have one a year, except last year because of COVID. Well, I figured if this is something everybody wants, and we've done it before and discussed openly, I'll put it up. Today, I get a text saying, once again, I neglected to consult with her about this. It's the whole company, by the way. Yeah, I'm seeing a pattern. Of course, I cried to my husband. I just don't get why I'm being bullied. The potluck sign-up was taken down, and another meeting will occur tomorrow, which I'm dreading. This time of year is supposed to be happy and fun. She's making me miserable, and she doesn't even celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, you guys are in a pissing match, and for whatever reason, she's taking it personal that you're just trying to do what you've always done. You may need to get out of this environment because this boss obviously hates you, and she's going to nitpick every little thing you do.
Well, the boss is it's the type of boss who does not like any kind of thing to go over their head. They got to be involved in everything, and we call that micromanaging.
So unless you're going to run every single little detail by her, you got to find a new job because this bitch is going to be up your ass.
I would say find a new job. Just know now if you want to do a potluck thing, if you want to do anything that's about the office, she wants you to go, if it's a guy, I'm not sure. Whoever the manager is, they want you to sit and talk to them.
It's two women. I can tell you that right now.
Well, that'd be like me doing some shit in the office here, putting out a tray of food, and then Randy coming and go, Bird, you got to really tell me that you're going to put some food out there for the tray. I mean, that would annoy me because no one gives a fuck about that.
If you have a tray of food, you put it in here. We don't share it. We eat it first.
The manager is doing it wrong.
The manager is doing it wrong, but life is short, and if this bitch is making you cry to your husband all the time, and you're frustrated, and you're sad, and you're mad, and you're miserable, you need to really think about quality of life. Why are you letting this bitch ruin your life?
But
is the job that great? Like, how much do you make? Can you go find a different job where you're going to be happy?
But the other thing is, I'm not even in this situation, and I can tell this manager does not want you doing anything that they're not involved in. So I can see those signs, and if it's the manager, they don't want you doing shit in the. There might be other reasons you don't even know about for the food part.
They don't want to look stupid, is what this insecure female manager is coming from. She wants to know everything that everybody is doing because in a meeting, she doesn't want to have to hear about one of her people under her doing something that she wasn't in the know.
Nailed it.
Well, I think, with this, because she said, do I find another job? Do I suck it up and literally communicate every single thing with her? You got to realize there are several relationships that we have in our life, and you got to find out what people's boundaries are. If you are in a serious relationship, you got to find out what your partner's boundaries are. Same thing if you have a boss.
Yes.
You have to understand what their hot buttons are, what their boundaries are. And for something like this, as a manager, there's a lot of things. I sit down with managers and I talk to them. I say, why is this happening this way? And I'd be surprised how many times they say this is something from corporate, or we've talked to the corporate attorney and they say we can't lay food out because if somebody gets sick, they could sue the piss out of us and we'd be in trouble. So we have to make sure all food is this and that, and it's got to be approved through this way. It has to have certain temperature controls on it.
It's a potluck thing you're promoting within the office.
Right.
So now it's a business thing.
You don't understand, and you don't know. Sometimes with management, they do things that we can't understand, and you get all angry and combative about it. But sometimes if you just sit with them and say, hey, why is this? Before jumping to the conclusion that they're just trying to micromanage your life and they hate you, it might be that there is a corporate legal team that is saying, look, we have these rules laid in place, and if you're going to have food in the office, it's got to follow this protocol. And I do know from being in where I have been, managers never like to be surprised. We do stuff on the radio, and they don't like to hear from a superior. Did you know KVJ was doing that? They don't like that. They're like, let me know so that I don't look like I don't have any control over the people I'm supposed to be managing.
Because they are paid to manage you. And so when you go rogue, you make them look bad. And if you can't tell her every detail of what you're going to be doing before you do it, you need to look for a new job.
I would only want to be a manager if I was on a baseball team. That's it. I would not want to be, because if you're working for a corporation, you're in such a hard situation a lot of times because you have to mandate rules probably you don't even believe in, you think are stupid.
Yeah.
And then you have to also manage the egos of everyone else around you. It's not an easy balance. It's a balance, not everyone can do it.
I can totally see you in the dugout with a pair of nut huggers on and some dip and spitting and cursing and managing the team.
No dip, but everything else, a lot of cursing, a lot of ball grabbing. But I was a better manager than I was a baseball player.
You're going to have to do dip. It's how I imagine it in my fantasy. I need you to step it up and do dip.
Maybe one of these days I put those cleats back on, get these balls back in some pants. Baseball
Nut
pants.
huggers.
Some nut huggers.
Some real tight nut
I
huggers.
do miss the coaching part.
Yeah. So for this person sending the email, I don't know if I necessarily hear an abusive work environment. I think I'm just hearing that you have a manager that if there's any kind of party or food, they want to know about it, and they just want that approval.
Or anything.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're asking for. And look, just understand that's your manager's boundaries. So to me, unless you left things out, I'm not hearing anything else. Just know that that's how they operate.
Your manager's annoying, but also to read the room, your manager doesn't like you going above her head.
Well, and as a manager, they may hate it. Be like, look, I hate to have to do this, but there's a case that happened where this exact scenario went down. Somebody got food poisoning. They died. They sued the company went under, and I hate it, and it's a rare thing. It's likely not going to happen, but unfortunately, our company don't want to take any chances.
But the witch is right. There is a pissing match going on there.
Totally.
Probably because, and you know what? The manager wins. The manager just needs,
wins.
It's like,
Yes.
look, I've got stipulations and regulations about parties, and I've told you this, and you keep putting shit up and starting your own little let's all bring in food, and I gotta tell you, we can't do that.
And you might have done it before in the past,
Yes.
but now there's a new regime, and you got to respect how she
Right.
wants it done. If you can't tell her everything, you have to find a
Yeah.
new job.
You don't know, the manager may love food, may love doing all this stuff. Just be like, look, I would love to do it. I can't. I'm not allowed.
I'm a potluck fucker. I love it.
Right.
This is great. But
You
Come to
are
my
a
house.
potluck
We can have a potluck
fuck.
at my house. Yeah.
Jay Bird loves a potluck.
no,
At your house?
What's a word greater than love?
You had such a nice potluck the last couple of times I was at your house. You did a s'mores potluck, and then you did a pizza potluck, and then you did a mac and cheese potluck.
I haven't really. That really wasn't a potluck. Only a couple people brought food, and then I supplied the most of it.
I brought food
Well, you were
to everyone.
You were one of the potluck fuckers I'm talking
I'm a
about.
potluck fuck.
You are, but I do want to have a real potluck. Get the Ralstons over.
Okay.
I'm inviting them. They won't come, but I'm inviting them.
You better give them a side dish.
But I do love everyone brings their own kind of pizza or from a place that you love. I love that idea. Big old fucking pizza festival in my backyard.
It's a good concept. Yeah. I can
it's
see
the-
why people would love it.
I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. All right. Anything that you would like to run past the KVJ show, just send us that email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. Thank you so much for being here on a Tuesday. We'll see you back tomorrow. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.